this is looking to be my day. I want to try and get as much of it done as I can so that it's ready before it actually starts getting cold, which means it's going to be a long day of this. On top of it, Piper's not feeling well, so I'm trying to help keep a little bit of an eye on that. But figured I'd let you know what I was getting into. Okay, so I've split everything that Seth and I brought to the mud room yesterday, and that's everything in this pile or stack from about here all the way up through there. So all of that. And that's just a start. I'm probably going to extend this pile out to about here. We still need room to walk. We have the kindling and feed on this side. There's not really much room over there to begin with, so I need to be mindful of that. Hopefully I'll be able to bring it up to about this height, which, back up and give you an idea, would be about here. And I suppose after, providing I make it that far, after that it'll be continuing to add to this. But that's where I'm at so far. You go in, check on Piper, see how Gary Ann's doing, and go from there. No, the little one's doing okay. Gary Ann's doing alright. And I'm back to more wood splitting. I'm just trying to get as much as I can before, well, by the end of the day. So, that's where we're at. I'm alternating how I'm doing this because I don't want the really small pieces in here. Having a few of them like up here, that's one thing, but I don't want to mess myself up as I'm going to build this up and wind up having to have a wall like what's out here. So, in order to avoid that, I'm keeping the smaller stuff like these pieces out here. That, if I can help it, I don't want to move that. I'd rather put fresh cut into the mud room. but starting to make a difference. Starting to feel like I'm making a difference at least. Still got a long way to go. Alright. Well, the kids decided to jump in and help a little bit. They each, well, between them, I think they split like 6 pieces. But brought the second pile almost up to the first pile out here. And this is all just the smaller stuff that I didn't want to take inside. Wanted to try and keep the room in here. For this. And I did pretty much hold to where I wanted to, which I was using this board as a marker. But that's up over my waist. So, all in all, it was 7 of the black wagon loads. Not the most efficient thing, but my back doesn't hurt. And I am a little biased. It is my first log splitter, so I appreciate it. But definitely started to put a dent in the pile out front. But figured I'd show you where I wound up. Alright.
Alright everybody, today's video is pretty short. Piper had a small seizure last night just before bedtime, so I was up most of the night keeping an eye on her, and then spent literally almost my entire day today just keeping a close eye on her, keeping an eye on her temperature, making sure she's doing okay. If she starts to get a cold or anything like that, she does tend to have more seizures, and my anxiety gets really bad. I struggle with anxiety. And it prevents me from being able to do much of anything else when she's sick. I sit there and I watch her and I make sure she's not having any seizures or signs of seizure activity. So, unfortunately, you got Mike chopping wood all day, which he kept himself busy. He kept it going, got something done. And I'm super proud of him for that. We had Swedish meatballs for dinner. They turned out really good. I'm really happy with the recipe I used. I will link it in the description below. It's kind of a mock IKEA recipe. And we served it over egg noodles. But that's all we got for you today. Again, I apologize, but I'll get back on track as soon as Piper starts feeling better.